So hello you guys, my name is Caleb and today we are going to be doing my April 2016 wrap up. These are going to be all the books that I read in April. I shouldn't use the plural of books because I only read one book. It's sad, it's really unfortunate, but I do have excuses of why I didn't read. 1, it was Camp NaNoWriMo. 2, finals are fastly approaching. 3, lazy, and I think that's all my excuses. But I wanted to read, and it wasn't like something where I was like in a reading slump or just busy. I could not find any books to read. I decided, you know what, I think it's time. I started reading An Ember in the Ashes. It was pretty good. I liked the first few chapters. I saw the promising start to a good book, and then it died. I don't know what happened. I was around page 50, and then all of a sudden I was like, I'm not interested in this anymore. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna put it down, try to find something that I think I'm gonna like more, and then I'll come back to it later, which I don't like doing that because then I'll feel like I'll never come back to it. So I was like, you know what, we'll be fine. Then I picked up Glass Sword. I said I wanted to read that. It was kind of like the novel I was writing for Camp NaNoWriMo. All of a sudden I'm like, I don't care about these people at all. So I put that down. I'm like, okay, I understand. I wasn't a huge fan of Red Queen. And then randomly I was like, you know what, The Crown comes out in May, so I guess I should reread The Heir, right? And then I read the first page and I was like, I forgot how annoying Elian is. Put that down too. My kind of last resort was Harry Potter. Obviously, I like Harry Potter, so obviously this is gonna get me out of whatever I'm in. So I start reading this, I get 2-3 chapters done, and then I'm like, this book is too long. And it's not even like I don't want to read, I don't feel like reading. It was literally, I cannot find a book that I want to read. I probably picked up 75% of the unread books on my shelf and read the first chapter and then was like, no. I came to a last resort. Opal, which is part of the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So this series, you might not be aware of my feelings on this. I don't talk about it very much. Really liked the first book. The second book was pretty let down-ish for me. I really did not like this book. 75% on my scale, literally just average. Like I'd say maybe 79. It's like almost there, but not there. I was reading the first chapter. I read like 150 pages in a sitting and I was like, this is it, this is it. I found myself literally rolling my eyes sometimes, being like, oh, we're still doing this. The next day would come for my reading time and I'd be like, I need to see what happens next, and then I'd read another 100 pages and I'd be like, I didn't like that either, and then I'm done with the book and I didn't even enjoy it. It's the weirdest thing. Painful. But I like it. And if you don't know what this book is about, it's about alien boy moves in next to normal girl. And then they kind of fall in love, I guess you could say that. But I did read the first book 2 years ago. I don't know if I'm going to continue with Origin, which is the last half of this big bind up, or if I'm going to read Opposition. We'll see. I guess I technically did read another book, which I just remembered. Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. I don't want to say it was really bad. I feel like if I say I don't enjoy this, people are immediately going to be like, Caleb, you have no respect for classic literature. You scum. So I feel like I should just say this is just a 3-star book. I feel like if this was like my era, then I'd probably enjoy it more. This book had so many annoying things. Did you know Romeo and Juliet knew each other for 4 days before they killed themselves? Literally the first time they ever talked, they made out. Romeo literally came up to her and said, hey, let's make out. And she was like, okay. And Juliet literally said, I feel like I'm gonna die from this relationship. And then she was like, but let's get married. But you know, I did have parts where I really enjoyed it. Clever William Shakespeare. So you're probably gonna have to read this in sometime in your high school or college life. I'm technically reading The Sword of Summer, which is Magnus Chase. And it's really, really good so far. I really like the first 150 pages. So I'm pretty excited to kind of wrap this up before the Trials of Apollo comes out. There are a bunch of new releases coming out in May, and I'm probably going to read all of these. First we have The Crown by Kiera Cass, the 5th book in the selection series. This series should be done by now, to be honest. It's been going on too long, and Edelyn sucks. And then here we got The Trials of Apollo by Rick Riordan. It's actually called The Hidden Oracle, just kidding. Another book that I want to get to, this actually came out at the end of April, and that's The Star-Touched Queen by Roshani Chakshi, and I'm so excited for that book. The summary sounds amazing and you should definitely check it out. It's one of my most anticipated books of this year, and it's a debut novel too, so that's cool. So I read these 2 books in the month of April. I hope that you had a great reading month as well. Make sure to let me know the books that you did read in April and maybe a few books that you plan to read in May. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye! Are you kidding me, Romeo and Juliet? You know how many times I said that while reading? Haha.